Welcome back to Lansdowne Road in Dublin for the final of the Carlsberg Trophy. It's an all-Premiership affair as Leeds take on Liverpool, and the fans have really turned out to see the finale to this great tournament. Mark Wright, what are you looking forward to most in this game?
Seeing Michael Owen start from the start, yeah. I think Liverpool yesterday didn't perform to their capabilities, and I'm looking forward to seeing them step up a gear because they've actually put a hard-working side that's not going to give too much, and but at the same time with a lot of flair. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they gel together today.
And Gary, how competitive do you think we can expect this game to be? I suppose Leeds don't know any other way, do they?
They'll be very competitive. With Liverpool now, got the big guns back from the start. Michael Owen, Riedel up front together, McManaman back, and they'll be posing a lot of questions to a very well organised and disciplined Leeds defence. So, very interesting afternoon. We're looking forward to it very much.
Oh well, we're looking forward to sitting back, watching Michael Owen and the rest. And I think it's time now to hand over to our commentators. Former Liverpool star Nigel Spackman, and it should be interesting because the commentator this afternoon is a Leeds fan, Gary Bloom.
Many thanks, Steve. I wonder if you'd give that away. Good afternoon, everyone. Any meeting of Leeds and Liverpool can never really be claimed as a friendly game, and although this match is the conclusion of a pre-season friendly tournament, don't be fooled about the desire of these two sides to register a win. Both teams know that this could well be the toughest of their pre-season matches before the campaign gets underway 2 weeks today. Well, Liverpool makes 6 changes from the side which beat St Patrick's yesterday, and that could well make a big difference to today's game. Teams are being presented. Plenty of Leeds fans here today. They've made the trip over from West Yorkshire, from Leeds Bradford Airport, many of them. And Liverpool always have a huge enthusiastic following here in Dublin. Jason McAteer, no stranger to Dublin. And little Michael Owen. So much expected of him in the coming months. Such a popular figure. Brad Friedel, the goalkeeper.
The USA international.
Just have a quick run through the teams, starting with the Liverpool team in goal, wearing number 1, Brad Friedel, number 2, Bernard Hagen, number 3, Dominic Matteo, number 4, Phil Powell.
And you can see the very encouraging support Liverpool have here.
Number 7, Paul Ince, number 8, Steve Harkness, number 9,
And Leeds fans too in their number.
number 10, Michael Owen, number 11.
So we can check on the 2 lineups, starting with Liverpool. 6 changes then from the side that beat St Patrick's yesterday. Notably, Michael Owen starts a game, as does England colleague Steve McManaman. There's a change in goal too, with USA international Brad Friedel taking over from David James, and new signing Vegard Hegem is drafted into defence. Leeds make a handful of changes too from the lineup which beat Lazio on penalties yesterday. Austrian international Martin Heeden comes in at right back. Youngster Lee Matthews, who scored the winning penalty, plays up front. Stephen McPhail is drafted in on the left-hand side of midfield, and playing alongside him in central midfield is Alf Inge Haaland.
Lee Matthews and number 11.
Yes, I think it's going to be an interesting game.
Substitutes number 15, Mark Beattie.
Today's referee is Hubert Byrne from Dublin, a FIFA official.
Number 17, Derek Lilly. Number 18, Bruno Ribeiro.
So Nigel, this is going to be a fascinating contest, isn't it, between 2 heavyweights of the English Premiership.
Yeah, it's obviously still about getting match fitness and getting the sides used to each other, but I think Leeds looked very good yesterday, got a good team spirit, worked very, very hard for each other. Liverpool had a few problems yesterday, especially at the back, but looked good going forward. So this is a real contest, and both teams will want to win this game.
It'll be Leeds United to get us underway, playing from right to left in this first half. Leeds, who were really on a high after winning that penalty shootout against Lazio, after coming from behind to that late goal from Rosario Aquino, but an even later goal by Lee Bowyer drew the team's level, and Leeds then were victorious after penalties. This is Lucas Radeby, all the way back to Molinar. Bowyer, who's had a very good pre-season. I think he's really pressed his claims now for regular inclusion in the Leeds United first team, and could well start in that opening game against Middlesbrough 2 weeks today.
It's interesting looking at Liverpool. They've started with Matteo at left back, Hegem at right back, with Carragher still as a centre back.
Hart with that low cross. It's way too far for Karl-Heinz Riedler, and it's mopped up here by Lucas Radebe. Now, you and I had an interesting conversation just prior to kick-off about the possibility of Liverpool starting with a back three and their full-backs pushed forward.
Yes, and I thought maybe Leeds would have done the same. They might have gone to three as well with the pace of Michael Owen, but they both started with back fours, and it should be an interesting match.
McManaman just couldn't release Riedler. McAteer now. Hegem. McAteer. And that's a foul on Alf Inge Haaland. Jason McAteer, a regular in the Republic of Ireland setup, so he's no stranger to this ground. Clever little move here by McAteer. Everyone expected him to cross the ball, and he just took it on himself.
Yeah, Haaland did well tracking back, as he always does. He works very hard in the midfield for Leeds, and that's what their game is all based on at the moment.
Matthews, good run by him, has terrific power and terrific pace, and although he's still trying to break into the first team setup, the Leeds manager George Graham has high hopes for his number 10, Lee Matthews. Looks like Harkness is playing a slightly more advanced role, isn't he, in midfield?
Yeah, he seems to be playing tucked in on that left-hand side there, and they're trying to release McManaman and give him a bit of a free role with Ince and McAteer in there as well.
Carragher. Back now for Liverpool. Haaland. Carragher for Liverpool. Ince. McManaman trying to pick out Michael Owen. Ian Hart now for Leeds United. He's been in good form as well on their pre-season tour of Sweden, and indeed in yesterday's game as well. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. McManaman. McAteer. Hegem was to his right, and he's picked out Hegem now. Another of the former Rosenborg players who've made the trip to Anfield. There's quite a club now. Hegem again. Trying to pick out Riedler. Might come down to Michael Owen, away by Alf Inge Haaland. Good pressure here by Liverpool. Owen twisting away from Heaton. He's round Heaton. And somehow brushed aside by Molinar. The ball's eventually got to safety. Good pressure there by Liverpool. McManaman. Pass Molinar. And Heaton to the rescue, and there's good pressure now coming in on that Leeds goal as Liverpool turn the screw on Leeds United. They've won a corner kick to be taken by Steve McManaman. Heaton away. Carragher's about marker here for Liverpool, and turn back to Brad Friedel. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, who was criticised by his manager George Graham after yesterday's game for losing his temper towards the end of that match against Lazio, and he was striking out towards any defender who came anywhere near him. Just soured the end of the game. Didn't sour Leeds United's celebrations in coming through to today's final. Ince. McManaman. Hegem now. Hart. Heels for offside against Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, and his header brushed the Liverpool player. It was only Gunnar Haller up in support. McAteer. This is Dominic Matteo. Inch now for Liverpool. The pace of the game curiously slow. Leeds playing on the counter-attack, and here they come now with Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Matthews now for Leeds United. Hasselbank up in support. Help is arriving. It was a good cross in the end by McPhail, repelled by the Liverpool defence, and here Liverpool come on the counter-attack. 3 versus 4 in Leeds' favour at the moment. McAteer, and he'll need a better shot than that to beat Nigel Martin.
Yeah, but it's a good open game, end-to-end stuff. A good ball coming there for McPhail, nobody attacked it, and then Liverpool break with McAteer. He didn't have anything else on, rather had to take the responsibility to have the shot.
Heedon, suspicion of handball there by the Austrian. Cleared here by Dominic Matteo. Alfing Geholen, who was very disappointed to miss out on the Norwegian World Cup squad. McManaman, he loves running at defences, and he's got a chance now. Molinar forward towards Matthews. Cut out there by Jamie Carragher, and back with Brad Friedel.
Hasselbank chased McManaman back there. McManaman broke with it in the middle of the park, and Hasselbank chased him all the way back and put him off, really, ready for Molinar to take the ball off him, which was good play from Hasselbank, really. But he is having a moan at a couple of his players at the moment.
So, yeah. Well, he's always got a lot to say for himself, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, but he was Leeds United's leading goal scorer last season. Maybe he's got full justification. Jamie Carragher, who can play in midfield if required. McManaman, this is Ince now for Liverpool. Hegem again, Riedler. Well, the intent was clear. Sadly, the execution wasn't.
Yeah, it was a good turn from Riedler there, but he just couldn't quite get his powerful enough shot in to trouble Nigel Martin.
McManaman now for Liverpool. Was that tantalising whiff of what could be when McManaman has the ball at his feet. So far we've seen very little of Michael Owen, who's been a stranger to the football so far. But we all know that can change in an instant. Heedon now, the right back for Leeds United. Gunnar Haller. So yeah. Molinar. This is young Stephen McPhail.
There's Paul Ince there. I think he's actually hobbling a little bit with that ankle. He doesn't seem to be running right to me. When he's just jogging there, he doesn't seem to be pushing through the ankle properly. He's hobbling a little bit there.
Well, he has got ankle ligament damage, which he admits himself. I spoke to him very briefly prior to the kick-off, and he says his ankle is good enough to play on today. This is Riedler. McManaman. Owen waits. That's a rather wayward shot. Somehow, of all Steve McManaman's many attributes as a footballer, shooting is not his best.
Yes, I think he is a wonderful footballer. He runs at people, you know, it gives Liverpool another dimension, really. But his goal-scoring tally isn't as high as it should be, and I think Steve would be the first to admit that. But he does create a lot of chances for other people as well.
Having said that, I do recall he scored several goals against Leeds United in the last few seasons. Some very important ones as well. Not said with any malice, you understand. Matthews. Eden again. Pretty clear by Babb as far as Riedler. Hagen. Carragher. There's a neatness and compactness about Liverpool when they have possession. Holland missed out there, touched on by Riedler. This is McManaman. Riedler again. He might get it back. He has got it back. McAteer slammed the ball into the boot of Holland. That's a great ball by Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Not too many options going forward here for Leeds United. Matthews. Ella. Oh yeah, but just behind him. And this is Hart. Up towards Matthews, who was doing a bit of pushing just before he headed the ball. There is Lee Matthews. A year ago he was playing alongside Ian Rush in the Leeds United first team as Leeds prepared for last season, and Rush passed on several useful tips and hints to him as the two played together. Not a bad master to have, is it?
I was going to say you couldn't have had anybody better to learn the game off, and Ian Rush I think has helped Robbie Fowler. He's most probably helped Lee Matthews in the same way.
Michael Owen with a rare touch of the football, and flash bulbs explode around Lansdowne Road every time he gets the ball. Molinar. McAteer. Hagen to his right. McManaman calling for the ball. Hagen again. Riedler. Inches there. And that took a deflection and will be a corner kick. Fine strike on goal by Paul Ince, who probably feels he doesn't score enough goals for Liverpool. But this was a fine strike.
Yes, on his weaker left foot as well. Opens up for him. And takes the deflection, I think, off Hayden.
So Carragher prominently forward now for Liverpool.
Alfie! Mark him!
Alfie, mark him is the cry from the Leeds dugout. What's the marking like? Not particularly good, because Liverpool still managed to get a shot in on goal. And Liverpool, who do have their problems defending set pieces, almost score from a set piece.
Yeah, Jamie Carragher is unlucky here. Paul Ince rises at the far post with Phil Babb, and it breaks for him, but he can't quite get it on target. But a good corner from Liverpool.
Matthews. Leeds just seem a little bit lightweight in attack when they move forward. There always seem to be an excess of red shirts. Hart. Oh, it almost came to Hasselbank. He wasn't particularly positive there, but he's done well to turn the ball back to Heaton. Haller. And that's a great header by Paul Ince.
Yes, good confidence play from Paul Ince. It takes the pressure off of Liverpool. But Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank had a chance there. I don't think he expected the ball to come right through to the far post from Ian Hart there.
McManaman trying to pick out Michael Owen. That's picked out Michael Owen. And what a super interception there by Lucas Radaby. Michael Owen is fast, but Radaby is no slouch either.
No, and he's very strong as well. He had a good World Cup for South Africa, and he's a good player for Leeds, playing at the back or in midfield.
Terrific ball here by McManaman.
So Liverpool look for that all the time, the pace of Owen over the top. If McManaman gets on it, he can pick out anyone, and with Michael Owen's pace, it gives teams problems.
Haller. Ball towards Alfingerhall, and Brad Friedel's caught in no man's land. And a calm head by Jamie Carragher rescues the situation for Liverpool. Rare moment of uncertainty at the back there for Liverpool. In this match, anyway.
Yes, I think Liverpool started very well, looked solid, but so do Leeds, really. But there's no width in the game. There's nobody really pulling wide. You're relying on the fullbacks, really, to give you the width for both teams at the moment. Steve McManaman's playing inside, and they're playing in tucked in midfield, so it's the fullbacks who need to get forward and get the crosses in.
Martin Heaton. Gunnar Haber. Hasselbank. Almost fell through to Heaton. Hart. McPhail. Matthews. Just edged off the ball by Carragher, cleared there by Brad Friedel. Hagen. Mathieu. Interesting, Leeds are sitting very deep, Nigel. They're not putting the Liverpool defence under any pressure whatsoever when Liverpool have possession.
I think they're going to play deep at the back because of the pace of Michael Owen, and I think Michael Owen's pulling into a wide right position at times, trying to look for the ball, but Leeds are going to stay in there and be compact and then just try and hit Liverpool on the break.
Mathieu. Hagen to his right. Oh, good run by Hagen. Belly was impeded there by McPhail. The referees wave play on. Matthews chasing the ball. And it's cleared in the end by Friedel.
Yeah, it looks like a foul to me. I think it's a good run from Hagen there, coming inside. I think McPhail caught him. It should have been a free kick to Liverpool.
I disagree.
I thought you might, Gary.
This is Gunnar Haber. And it's Friedel who clears the ball. Hasselbank. This is Bab. Incidentally, Liverpool beat Leeds twice last season in the league meetings between the two sides. Liverpool won 2-0 at Elland Road and 3-1 at Anfield. But for all their fine football, third in the Premiership wasn't good enough for Liverpool. Although they did finish 6 points ahead of Leeds United. McAteer. Hagen. McAteer wants it again. Radaby held firm and held off McAteer. And this is Matthews. Shielded the ball ever so well before Steve McManaman just nicked it.
Yeah, he did shield it well, Lee Matthews, but there was no support for him. He's holding it up, trying to get someone to make a run for him or make themselves available for him. There's nobody there.
McManaman. Hagen. McAteer. Martin Heaton, who spent 4 days on trial with Liverpool back in January at Anfield, but whilst Liverpool dithered in making a decision about him, Leeds nicked him and brought him to Elland Road. George Graham was a big fan of Martin Heaton and signed him when he became available from Rapid Vienna. Bab. Bowyer. Edge now for Liverpool. And that almost went through to Michael Owen. Snapped out again by that Leeds midfield. And Hart drives it forward. So throw into Leeds United here with Ian Hart, who was booked last night. And that game against Lazio will take. Well, that was dangerous. It was flicked on there by Gunnar Haller, touched on by Brad Friedel, and it's a corner kick to Leeds.
Yes, this will be interesting in the first corner for Leeds, with Molinar coming up and Hayden coming up. They've got good size, and Haller and Haaland in there.
Liverpool have had their problems defending set pieces. Let's see how they'll do on this one. Bowyer. Called out by Friedel to McManaman. And McManaman, with that coltish run, approaches the Leeds box. And a rather poor ball in the end.
There was a poor finish to the break. I mean, Friedel's come for that, taking it comfortably. McManaman's made the run off him and it's thrown straight out, and they're attacking. And Bab was trying to get up there, Matteo was trying to get and join in, but Steve McManaman unfortunately chose the wrong option.
Owen. Hagen. Michael Owen. Lovely one too, but Nigel Martyn was quickly across. Michael Owen, who started the World Cup as an England substitute. Nigel Martyn was an England substitute for the entire World Cup. Good little move this, wasn't it?
It was. Hegem's getting forward well down this right, looking for 1-2s. And it's a little bit softer, and Michael Owen would have been on that and maybe had a shot at goal.
Liverpool's next game is on Tuesday when they play Inter of Milan at Anfield, a match you can see live on Channel 5. And then next weekend they face Celtic. And here's Michael Owen. First chance to run the Leeds defence. Well defended there by Alf Inge Haaland. Eden. Owen. McManaman, oh, he did that well. McAteer. Haggard driving forward here for Liverpool. And Radaby happy to turn the ball out of play. And a familiar, well, it isn't quite out of play, but a familiar pattern being set now. Liverpool pressing. Leeds defending. And trying to obstruct Liverpool at every turn. Matteo. Haggam. Ince. Riedler. And again, Leeds did just about enough to make life difficult for Karl-Heinz Riedler.
There's good ball in from Paul Ince, and Riedler is not the biggest man, but he does get across defenders very well, and he was unlucky there to not get a header in on goal. Molinar is very big and very strong, but he did get across him.
Hart. Matthews, that's a fine ball towards Hasselbank. Matthews waits for the return. What a peculiar defensive header that was. It worked.
I don't think Dominic Matteo knew much about that, really. He called him off the back of the head.
They weren't too impressed with that piece of defending, were they?
Well, I think Liverpool have been quite comfortable. You know, compared to yesterday, they look a lot more comfortable at the back. But it was a good break from Leeds. Hart knocked a good ball into the front man, and a good ball laid wide, and Hasselbank put a good ball in at the far post.
Ince. I think Ince was confused there that Riedler was in fact beyond the touchline after having changed his boots. Although the two exchanged angry glares when Riedler came back onto the field. I wonder if Riedler now has his shooting boots on. Radaby. This is Robert Molinar. Rather surprisingly, there's no place in the Leeds lineup for David Weatherall. That central defensive partnership of Molinar and Radaby appear to be the first choice now for George Graham's side. It's bad hooking the ball away. McManaman. Just a lack of real intent by Liverpool perhaps in the last third of the field. Their finishing has been poor so far, and I can't recall any real save Nigel Martyn's had to make. Let's see if Liverpool can procure a save out of him here. Well, if you can call that a save.
I think Steve McManaman was trying to chip Nigel Martyn there, and he just got it wrong.
And it's Carragher helping the ball back to Brad Friedel. In fairness, Friedel has likewise had precious little to do for Liverpool in the opening 26 minutes of the game. Higham. Babb. Haller forward towards Hasselbank. Friedel is there, and I think the big difference, you know, for Liverpool today is that Brad Friedel in goal for the Reds certainly gives them an air of authority defensively, and maybe without trying to compare him too unfavourably towards David James, he does give them confidence, doesn't he?
I think he does give them confidence, but David James is still a very good goalkeeper, and I thought he played well yesterday. He is a big lad. He comes across, he takes the pressure off them, but Friedel's a good goalkeeper as well, and it'd be interesting to see who gets the #1 slot.
Of course, the back end of last season, Brad Friedel displaced David James in the Liverpool first team. Friedel went to the World Cup as second choice to Casey Keller for the USA. Radaby. Michael Owen now for Liverpool. Bill Babb. I think both these sides are quite content with a scoreline blank. Just to sit back slightly, but here's Michael Owen who could change all that. Owen is through, in the end defeated by a very good save by Nigel Martyn. He's so tricky, isn't he?
That's what the crowd has come to see. Michael Owen running at defenders, and there's no harder sight to see in football. Great sight, him running at defenders. Just his last touch there let him down, but that'll come.
Corner kick to Liverpool. Riedler beaten away by Nigel Martyn, and it's a free kick to Leeds.
But he's so quick and tricky. I mean, when he runs at defenders, they don't know what to do, which way he's going to go. It's a low centre of gravity, and he can go both ways.
I think the trick is not to let him run at you. I mean, that's the basis of stopping Michael Owen playing. Once he's in full flight, it's very difficult, as Argentina found out.
Yes, I think a lot of Premier centre-backs and defenders have found out as well.
And here he goes again, running at Leeds, trying to turn Lucas Radaby, who's looking for a free kick.
I don't think it was a free kick. I think he fell over there. Radaby's big and strong and quick enough himself, but he's got a job on this afternoon.
Martin Heath now for Leeds United. Trying to get McPhail in. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Getting away delightfully from McManaman. And able to pick out his strike partner Lee Matthews. I doubt whether those two have played alongside each other too many times in the past. And here's McManaman now for Liverpool. McAteer. Hagan. Won back by Ian Hart of Leeds United. Once again, Leeds don't have many options. The most obvious one is to pick out Hasselbank. Lee Matthews now. That's Haaland inside him if he can pick him out. Well, if there was a handball, it was accidental. Well, this is McManaman. As Riedler now enough in support. Well, that's a tackle from behind, and Lee Bowie should know that. And really, under the new FIFA directives, that should be punished with at least one colour of card. That has been outlawed now, hasn't it?
Well, I think he's taken the ball there, but he's also caught Steve McManaman, and the Leeds defenders weren't happy that he's given the free kick, but I think it is the tackle from behind, and it's a free kick, and in the World Cup that would have been a booking or a sending off.
George Graham. I'm not sure what he's complaining about. There was a quite obvious foul there by Lee Bowyer, and he has criticised Bowyer for not being particularly cautious in midfield, let's put it delicately.
Yeah, but it's interesting to see Roy Evans and Gerard Houllier sat down there quite passively, watching the game, watching Liverpool, and you've got George Graham and David O'Leary up on their feet, you know, living the game, wanting to be involved all the time.
And you weren't like that at Sheffield United, of course, were you?
I wanted to be out there playing as well.
Free kick to Liverpool. Mathieu picks out Hagan. And it's goalkeeper's ball, Nigel Martin. Eden. That's a great ball to pick out Gunnar Haller. But a very good tackle indeed by Phil Babb of Liverpool.
Yeah, I think Phil Babb started very well this game. Yes, they had a few problems, but today he seems to have started very sharp.
Babb. Remember, several key personnel still missing from the Liverpool first team, like Robbie Fowler and Rob Jones and Jamie Redknapp. That's quite a trio to try accommodate in your starting 11. Robbie Fowler has come to Dublin and is with the first team party, and it is anticipated he might be back in action perhaps before Christmas from that troublesome knee injury he picked up last season. Eden. Gunnar Haller. Haaland. Eden. Molinar, who's such a strong character, but he ran into another strong character, Paul Ince.
Yes, both of them went for the ball, got stuck in. Good to see it.
Bowyer. Oh dear. Almost as embarrassing as losing his shorts inside the centre circle, but not quite. Carragher. Once again, the match involving Leeds United, as in yesterday's games, proving a good deal tighter. The one involving St Patrick's. Have to wait till 78-minute mark to get the opening goal of yesterday's game. Hagan.
I think the thing is, Gary, I was saying there's no real width except for the fullbacks, and both teams are trying to play through the middle. They're playing some good stuff, but they're not creating enough chances.
You can't see it being 6-6, can you, really, today?
Not really, no. I mean, just a goal might liven it up here.
get one. The referee, Hubert Byrne, waited quite a while as he looked long and hard at that incident involving Michael Owen and Lucas Radebe.
I think it's just a coming together of the two players. I think Michael Owen's gone down. I think Liverpool would want a penalty there, or Michael Owen would, and obviously Leeds didn't think it was. But Radebe's a big, strong player, and he's coping well with Michael Owen most of the time.
And Leeds have a free kick now for that push on Lee Matthews, the England under-18 international. He scored a couple of times for his country in the recent tournament in Cyprus against the host nation. McPhail. Boya. This is Phil Babb, whose mistake led to St Patrick's second goal last night, and he gave away a penalty. Here's Babb once again. Now, who got the final touch? It was Ian Hart.
I think Jason McAteer's got a bit of a dead leg there. I think collided with Hart as they were in the air.
Two Republic of Ireland internationals. For here is Babb. Macchio. Babb again, strongly in. Lee Bowyer. Hakem. Manaman gave the ball away. Some ease in the end to Alf-Inge Haaland, and here's Lee Matthews now for Leeds. Taking on Carragher. McPhail. McPhail's given away a free kick. Mattia. I think the game certainly needs a goal just to liven it up, because if Liverpool were to find one, I do think Leeds would come out and start to play a bit more aggressively.
Well, I think Leeds are happy at the moment. They're defending well, but they don't really look like scoring. Liverpool look the more likely of the two sides to score. But as I said, there's not been enough chances created because they're not getting enough width on the pitch for McManaman and people like that to get crosses in and cause problems. They're all playing through the middle.
And significantly, when Leeds did go behind late on in last night's game against Lazio, they upped the tempo of the game and almost inevitably found an equalising goal on the 90th minute mark.
Yeah, I think that helped bring in Matthews on.
Hakem. Headed away by Lucas Radebe. Of course, Leeds United are without their recent acquisition from Willem II in Holland, Clyde Vinehart, who's back in West Yorkshire nursing an injury, along with Lee Sharp and Harry Kewell. So Leeds are missing a couple of important players, just as Liverpool are. Molinar. Radebe now for Leeds. Molinar. Hart. Matthews, who's had a steady first half, and that's a fine ball, picking out Martin Heaton. Gunnar Haller now for Leeds, who have plenty of players forward. Heaton. Haller. McPhail. McPhail hasn't really made an impact on this first half so far. Nigel Martin having to play as a makeshift sweeper. And here's Radaby.
Yeah, it's good play from Nigel Martin, sweeping on the edge of his box, and it makes the defender's mind up there. It's a long ball over the top. Michael Owen's favourite to get there, but Nigel Martin's off his line quickly, sweeping up behind his defenders like a good goalkeeper should.
And this is Steve McManaman, who might take on the Leeds defence single-handed. And then again, he might not.
There's no support, he had to go alone.
Hart. Throw into Leeds.
Carlo, come here.
Hart will take the throw. Radaby trying to find a gap in that Liverpool defence. There haven't been many in the first half. There's Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. He's found an opening. Eagles fumbled it, and McPhail didn't really go in with any conviction, and Liverpool smuggle it clear.
Yeah, it's good play from Hasselbank there. Got a good strike in, too hot for Brad Friedel to hold, and then it was good defending from Phil Babb coming across to cover.
And a foul by Haaland and a free kick to Liverpool, which they take quickly. McAteer demanded an awful lot of Michael Owen, as everybody else has done over the last few months. That's a terrific tackle by Ince, and here's Owen now for Liverpool. There's always a buzz of excitement when Michael Owen gets the ball at his feet, as Liverpool supporters hope that a bit of magic might ensue, and it almost did then.
It almost did. Paul Ince won the ball in the middle of the park. Good skill from Michael Owen, but unfortunately the shot was pulled wide. But he's so lively, and it gives the crowd a real buzz, doesn't it?
Good touch by Ince. Riedler. McAteer. And we're now helping it back to Nigel Martin as we head for half-time. Nigel, can you see things changing much in the second half?
Well, unless both teams get more width, I can't see a lot changing, but a goal would liven things up, obviously, for both sides. But I think it's interesting for Liverpool with the likes of Owen, McManaman playing and Ince. They obviously need more and more games to get their touch back and get their runs back and a little bit more fitness back. So, you know, it's good for them to be out there and hopefully get the 90 minutes under their belt.
Carragher. Bowyer. Eden. That's a great ball trying to pick out Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, but a very good header by Phil Babb just to break up that Leeds United attack. As we move into stoppage time at the end of the first half, there's still 60 seconds to add on. McManaman. Michael Owen now for Liverpool. Disappointingly gave the ball back to Alf-Inge Haaland. And there is the half-time whistle. The major talking point at half-time was the incident involving Michael Owen and also Lucas Radaby. Was it a penalty? Radaby tries to explain himself to Jason McAteer. Michael Owen felt he should have had a penalty kick as he fell under the South Africans' challenge, and as McManaman helped the ball through, this was probably the clearest opening Michael Owen had as he crash landed under Radaby's challenge.
I don't think you'd be happy getting a penalty there.
So the half-time score in this Carlsberg Trophy final is Leeds United 0, Liverpool 0.
Too later, but I believe we can go down to the tunnel now with Adam Dark. Is the Leeds manager, George Graham.
George, is 0-0 a fair reflection of that first half, do you think?
I think so. You know, when you think you've got Riddle and Owen up front, I mean, they're really exciting players, very sharp, quality, real quality. I think we've done very well.
The crowd get very excited every time Owen touches the ball. What goes through your mind as the manager?
Nothing. I mean, I can't do anything about Owen. I can do something about my defenders, but I can't do it. It doesn't bother me. But he's a very exciting prospect, isn't he? I mean, one of the most exciting things to happen to English football, and we've got to respect that. You know, when we play against them.
Thanks, George.
Pleasure.
Okay, the second half is just about to get underway. Handing you over to your commentators, Nigel Spackman and Gary Bloom.
And number 14, Patrick Berger on for Liverpool in this second half. He's inside the centre circle now, standing alongside Michael Owen. Leeds too have made a couple of switches, more on that in a moment. And Owen's on his way right at the start of the second half, and once again dogged by Lucas Radebe, who timed that to perfection.
He needed to as well, otherwise Michael Owen was right in on goal.
Liverpool incidentally have taken off Karl-Heinz Riedler, with Berger, the player, replacing him. This is Kelly, one of Leeds United's substitutes. Haaland. Granville, here's the other substitute. And Haaland was tempted to have a shot on goal. Just confirmation that Leeds have brought on Gary Kelly and their new signing from Chelsea, Danny Granville, and Haller and McPhail are the players who've both gone off.
Leeds, coming in, number 12,
Gary Kelly, no stranger to Lansdowne Road, Republic of Ireland international, started his footballing career here in Dublin.
Gary, I think the thing is with Granville on and Kelly on, it's going to give more width to Leeds, which they need to try and create a few chances.
Berger, Michael Owen. Berger cut out there by Hart, and this is Lee Boyd. Gary Kelly went sliding in, but illegally, according to the referee. Danny Granville, Leeds United's most recent acquisition. He'll play on the left-hand side of midfield, replacing McPhail. Owen. And confirmation of Patrick Berger's inclusion in the game, replacing Karl-Heinz Riedler.
This is just a straight swap for Liverpool, pushing Berger up front instead of Riedler.
Incidentally, if the scores are level after 90 minutes today, we'll go straight to a penalty shootout to decide who takes home the Carlsberg Trophy. Of course, Leeds have already won one penalty shootout here. McManaman, Michael Owen's onside. Michael Owen denied by Nigel Martin, who makes a fine save.
Yes, good play from Michael Owen and a good save from Nigel Martin. Again, Steve McManaman supplies the ball through. Good run onside on his weaker left foot, but Nigel Martin gets his angles right, pushes it over.
Corner to Liverpool. Headed clear by Granville. Matteo gets it wide. Knocked back in by McManaman and headed clear by Heaton. I'm sure that last Liverpool raid will have encouraged Glenn Hoddle, should he be watching, this match today. McManaman picking out Michael Owen. Eden easily telegraphed that time. Matteo once again in possession. Late here. Harkness. Lee Bowyer was being held back by Paul Ince. Free kick to Leeds.
Yeah, it's interesting, every time Steve McManaman gets that ball in that space between the strikers and the midfield, he's always looking to release Michael Owen straight away.
You don't recognise Martin Heaton, who just turned the ball back there to Nigel Martin. You'd be forgiven because he's actually dyed his hair bright orange. And this is all part of another of these bizarre World Cup bets. He went to the World Cup with Austria and said if Austria didn't do well, he'd dye his hair orange. Well, if you didn't know how Austria did in the World Cup, just look at his hair.
As strange as saying that, Gary, I went and watched Romania play in their last group game, and they all came out with bright blonde hair. You couldn't distinguish them.
Actually bumped into Dan Petrescu when I was away on holiday last week, and he's still got his blonde rinse to his hair. Not easy to shift. Free kick to Leeds United. And it's Gary Kelly, he'll take it. Hill to the back post, Molinar misses it. This is Lee Matthews for Leeds. Trying to pick out Molinar, and Liverpool will regroup, and this is McManaman trying to pick out Berger. Great interception there by Radaby. Matthews, Granville. And this is McAteer. McAteer once again.
I don't think Dominic Matteo is that quick for that ball from Steve Harkness there. But Lucas Radaby looks very, very good player. I mean, he had a tremendous season. He's played well in the World Cup. But he's played well today against Michael Owen, Patrick Berger and Karl-Heinz Riedler.
He arrived at the club with Phil Masinga. And Masinga didn't stay for that long at Elland Road, but has moved to Serie A. And has done well there. Hasselback picking out Bowyer.
Good tracking for Paul Ince there. And he's too strong for Lee Bowyer and knocked him off the ball, tracked him well.
Owen. Well, I thought the referee might have allowed the advantage there, but instead he's given Liverpool a free kick. Just able to drift round players with ease, Michael Owen.
Dangerous situation this for Leeds now. Liverpool free kick here. They need to bring on Danny Murphy, I think. He scored a great goal from this range yesterday.
Well, Berger's standing over the ball, so too is Owen. McManaman wants to get involved. Still scoreless then. McManaman. Unable to force a save out of Nigel Martin.
Yeah, it's not getting it up over the wall, but not down quick enough to hit the target like Danny Murphy did yesterday.
Steve McManaman hasn't signed a new contract yet at Liverpool, and he's only a year away from his current one coming to an end. There's been a lot of speculation about his future.
I think the thing is with the Bosman ruling now, Gary, is that the players are going to keep their options open and wait and see what comes up, really.
Well, certainly Steve McManaman's name has been linked with a move to the Nou Camp to play for Barcelona. He's also been linked with a move to Lazio, but at the moment he's staying at Anfield, and no doubt could cash in on a very lucrative transfer in 12 months' time when he becomes a free agent.
Yes, I think Liverpool are trying everything to get him to sign one, though.
Here he is again.
Because he is such an influential player for them.
McManaman not that influential on that occasion. Heaton releasing Lee Matthews.
Up to your right, Bradley.
Harkness is back, he'll release the pressure on the Liverpool defence. Owen's ball picked out to his England colleague McManaman, who tries to return the favour. Well, Radaby so far has been the outstanding defender for Leeds United, if not their outstanding player in the entire team. Hasselbank. Gary Kelly getting in a real old tangle with Patrick Berger and losing out. Harkness releasing McManaman now for Liverpool. McManaman again. Haggams in space. Berger. Well, that wasn't too far away. And Patrick Berger, who opened the scoring in yesterday's game against St Patrick's, going close to the Merseyside team.
Yes, he gets it onto his favoured left foot again. Just slicing it wide. No problem for Nigel Martyn.
Patrick Berger really wants to play in a central midfield role. That's his desire at Anfield. But the fact that he has been asked to play wide may lead to him leaving the club. But Liverpool have a dearth of central midfield players, like this one here, Paul Ince. Haaland. Matthews. Oh, that's a good covering challenge in the end. Berger. Ince. I think all that we've just said about Patrick Berger could also apply to Øyvind Leonardsen, who's not in the Liverpool team today. He too wishes to play in central midfield for his club. Boya. And here's Gary Kelly for Leeds. Now Liverpool can break. 3 against 3. McManaman. Berger's calling for the ball to his right. This is Berger. Who opened the scoring yesterday, has done it once again for Liverpool.
There's a good break from Liverpool. Steve McManaman running with the ball at defenders. Molinar's come out. He slipped it wide to Berger. And Berger comes in from the right on his left foot again. And this time pulls out a great shot. Nigel Martyn, no chance. Good finish.
It was an outstanding finish. Left-footed strike of real quality, which had the beating of Nigel Martyn, and maybe Leeds United now will try and come out and play a bit more aggressively and try and rescue the game just as they did yesterday against Lazio. It really was a quality strike. And here's Ince now driving forward for Liverpool, trying to pick out Michael Owen. It's 2. The goal which most of Lansdowne Road play has finally happened. Michael Owen has scored at long last after a string of pre-season friendlies. Owen, the boy wonder, has found the target.
Yeah, but Paul Ince does so well here. He holds off Lee Bowyer with strength. A good ball, good vision for Paul Ince. Michael Owen running at the defender, taking on his right foot, and a low shot into the far corner. It's 2-0 to Liverpool.
Look at the accuracy of the strike from our camera angle there.
Yes, right in the bottom corner. Nigel Martyn's arms are not long enough there, but Paul Ince does so well here and knows where Michael Owen is, pulling wide. It's one thing on Michael Owen's mind here, go for goal.
Hasselbank able to pick out Lee Matthews. There's just a little bit of a familiar theme about both goals, Nigel, that Leeds didn't make life difficult for Liverpool on the edge of their own box and paid the ultimate price. There was space for the shot from Berger, there was space for the shot from Owen, and Liverpool suddenly find themselves 2-0 in front.
Yes, I think Leeds have defended very well most of the time, but the 2 goals now have opened the game up, and Liverpool look good on the break. McManaman's picking the ball up, running at people, Winks pushing forward. It's a better balance about Liverpool today than there was yesterday.
Ian Hart less than pleased with the referee there, awarding a free kick to Liverpool. And suddenly Leeds have been stung with that double slap in the face. First from Berger, and then from Michael Owen. Liverpool can now relax and play with a certain degree of confidence that 2-goal cushion will allow them. And there goes Owen once again. I thought he was tripped there by Molinar. Indeed he was. Won't be the first time this season that Michael Owen will be tripped as he dances a path to goal.
He's so quick and sharp and direct. It's terrible for defenders. Big Molinar there thinks, well, I've got to either get the ball or get him, otherwise he's through. And he didn't get the ball. He got Michael Owen.
Good job. There was a couple of Leeds defenders back, still covering, and otherwise Molinar might have been asked to leave the field. Free kick to Liverpool as Leeds try to defend once again. Just giving it straight to Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. What a curious free kick that was. Hasselbank. Haaland. And driven straight at Radcliffe. I think the last time Leeds met Liverpool in a pre-season game was a Charity Shield back in the early 1990s when Leeds had just won the championship. And there was a high-scoring game, I remember, 4-3, and I think Cantona hit a hat-trick that day for Leeds United.
Well, this game's opened up now with Liverpool scoring 2 goals, but I don't think we'll get a 4-3 game, Gary.
And we certainly won't get Cantona. Flurry of Leeds substitutes leave the dugout as if to emphasise that Leeds will contest this one all the way to the 90-minute mark, and who knows, even beyond that. The Leeds need 2 goals to take us into a penalty shootout at least. But quite simply, the difference between the teams is that Liverpool have the likes of Michael Owen and Berger, and Leeds only have one recognised striker in Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Radaby. Kelly. Took a deflection, but Brad Friedel kept it in play nonetheless. Can you see a major Leeds revival here, Nigel?
Not really. I think George Graham will make a couple of substitutions, maybe bring David Hopkin on and try and push him up front, take the game a bit more to Liverpool, because Liverpool are comfortable at the moment.
Hasselbank. That's a fine ball. Here's Gary Kelly. Wasn't a great cross, to be honest. Leeds are looking for a right-sided midfield player to aid their attack. They've also lost Rod Wallace, who's moved on to Rangers in the close season, and he weighed in with, what, 12-13 goals last season. So Leeds do need a bit of oomph in attack, and they haven't really got it, as we've really seen over the last couple of days here.
Yeah, I think it's a big blow for him losing Rod Wallace. I mean, he scored and played very, very well for them last season, but they just couldn't come to terms for a new contract, and he's moved on to Rangers, which he's entitled to do. But they do need someone to replace him.
And they have signed Clyde Weinhardt from Willem II, but he's not yet ready for action, as McManaman gives it away.
Also wonder if they could play Harry Kuhl up there. I mean, when I've seen him, he looks a good player, playing on the left-hand side, joining in. But I mean, I think he could play up front or just off Hasselbank and cause teams problems as well.
Leeds haven't really decided whether they have a left winger in Harry Kuhl or a striker. That's a nice problem to have to resolve. Just peering down into the dugouts, and there's no sign of any substitutions imminent.
Jamie Carragher there, I think he's done exceptionally well for Liverpool today. He's Liverpool asking him to play at the back when really he's a midfield player, and he's done extremely well against Hasselbank this afternoon.
And remember, Liverpool have left out Steve Staunton from their starting 11 today. Another option defensively for the Merseyside club. McManaman, Matteo, Michael Owen. Hasselbank, Bowyer, Martin Heaton now for Leeds United, who need a goal and they need one quickly. Bowyer, Heaton, and Kelly, and once again Liverpool defensively look very strong. It really hasn't been their strong suit in some of their pre-season games. But maybe here in an unlikely setting, they've just found a blend and a mixture which might prove to be resilient enough to stop them conceding goals.
Yes, I think Carragher's adopted that position for himself a little bit at the moment. I can't see him getting in the team in the central midfield area with McManaman, Ince, and also Redknapp to come back in, and you've got Murphy as well. The competition for places in that middle of the park is very strong, so maybe playing at the back will suit him and get him a game at Liverpool.
There's been so much talk about possible imports to Anfield, and all the transfer speculation has surrounded central defenders. People like Terry Bow-West from Inter and Jürgen Kohler from Borussia Dortmund, just two of the latest names to be hawked around. Which is Martin Heaton. Throw in goes Liverpool's way. And suddenly, the game just appears over as a contest unless Leeds can find a goal. Berger. Owen is offside.
Very unlucky there. Patrick Berger did very well. Got the tackle in, kept in there with Radaby, but then should have just released it a little bit quicker, and Michael Owen would have been in and onside.
Ince is going to come off here for Liverpool.
Number 15, David Thompson.
And also McManaman, I think, is going to be substituted. Danny Murphy, one of the players coming on. David Thompson, number 15, also coming on for Liverpool. McManaman leaves the field. There's David Thompson, a local player from Birkenhead. Playmaker in midfield. Matthews. Holland. Heaton here now for Leeds United. Oh, that's a good attempt on goal by Gary Kay, and his spectacular effort almost draws some consolation for Leeds.
Yes, it wasn't the best of crosses, but Kelly did very well to adjust himself and get the shot in on goal, and Brad Friedel made a good save down to his left-hand side. Must have seen it late.
We've reached the three-quarter point of the game. Liverpool in a commanding position here, and here's David Thompson. Murphy. Thompson once again. Carragher. Carragher again. Owen was doing some pushing there as he ran off Molinar. Not easy to push Robert Molinar over.
I think he's about twice the size of Michael Owen, isn't he?
Martin Heaton. Can he pick out Matthews? Couldn't pick out anybody, to be honest. The cross was far too high. That's Granville. And he's only managed to give the ball back to Liverpool. McAteer. Leeds about to make a couple of changes in their attempt to try get a foothold in this match. Murphy. He's given it straight to Hart. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, who went for that long ball, really has been fed on scraps throughout this game. Not so Michael Owen. Murphy! Well, there was an unintended goal, and Murphy had every right to try his luck from range. And he wasn't that far away, to be honest. Almost giving Liverpool a 3-0 lead.
No, the idea was right from Danny Murphy there, but just didn't quite execute it properly.
So 2 changes here for Leeds. Derek Lilly, number 17, is ready to come on. Lee Bowyer is going to come off, as is Lee Matthews.
Number 10, Lee Matthews.
Also on is David Hopkin. Lilly goes straight up front. Leeds playing with 3 strikers now. Kelly, Hasselbank, and also Lilly. Kelly scoops the ball on. Away by Bat. Just can't see Liverpool losing this leading position. Coaching staff there might just have found a defence that is resilient enough to keep out Leeds. No doubt they'll think again before Tuesday, and that's a watering game at Anfield against Inter. You can see that live here on Channel 5.
I think the crossing from Leeds has been very disappointing, especially from this right-hand side. Gary Kelly or Hayden there, not putting good balls into the box for Hasselbank. But also the Liverpool defence haven't been under that much pressure yet anyway, because Hasselbank was really a lone man up there with Matthews, who looked very tired. But now they might get a bit more pressure.
They certainly managed to exert pressure on Lazio yesterday, but they only had a 1-goal deficit to try overcome. Now they have a 2-goal deficit, and it's Heaton with a long throw here for Leeds United. Just needs a touch. Lilly almost got it. Hopkin with the header. And that's McAteer. Berger. Thompson. Radaby. towards Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, who headed with Carragher. Jimmy Floyd always has a lot to say. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, who went to the World Cup with Holland and started the opening game for Holland against Belgium. Thompson. And suddenly the Liverpool fans have found their voice here at Lansdowne Road. Lily. Hasselbank now for Leeds.
Stewards to end of match positions, please. Stewards to end of match positions, please.
Berger. Given away rather dangerously there by Natio, and Leeds have it back. Not for long. Haaland's lost it. This is Thompson. Owen's looking for the ball, and he once again was put in the shade by Lucas Radaby. The ball's out of play. And it's the last Leeds have seen of Michael Owen.
Liverpool. Number 18, Sean Dundee, replacing number 10, Michael Owen.
Well, Michael Owen has left his indelible mark on this football match. A splendid second goal for Liverpool to delight most of the doubling crowd. And he is replaced by Sean Dundee, the South African-born striker who has now taken up German citizenship. And with the shake-up in the German national team planned by Bertie Vogts, could well find himself catapulted into the German side before too long, especially if he does well at Liverpool.
He's got a fight on his hands to get in the Liverpool team though, hasn't he? So if he does that, then he has a chance at international level.
Hasselbank. Radaby, not too surprisingly, play now compressed into the Liverpool half of the field as Leeds try to find a goal to set up a grandstand finish in this Carlsberg Trophy final. Lily. And Liverpool counter-attack now. There's no great urgency about Liverpool. That's hardly a surprise given the scoreline. Murphy. Probably wise precaution by Roy Evans and Gerard Houllier to take off Michael Owen and ensure he doesn't pick up any pointless injury late on in this match. Two big games for Liverpool coming up in the next 7 days. Inter on Tuesday, and then next weekend trip to Glasgow to play Celtic.
Yeah, I think with the scoreline as it is, I think it was good to rest the England players. McManaman's had a good hour and a bit, and so has Paul Ince, and then obviously Michael Owen a good 75 minutes. So it's a good run out for them.
The battle of Wounded Knee. Paul Ince has a nice pack now on his knee.
Nice to see it's his knee and not his ankle, actually, because I thought he was hobbling in the first half.
Berger. David Thompson, who was on loan at Swindon recently. Season anyway. No doubt the old Steve McMahon relationship with Liverpool, ensuring that he could dip into the Anfield reserves, pick up the odd player.
He did very well down there, David Thompson. He did well at Swindon. I think Steve McMahon wanted to sign him, but I don't think Liverpool wanted to do any business.
Berger. Harkness. Berger. Hegem. Murphy. No real strike on goal there by Murphy, but he got into a very good position. Lilly trying to pinch the ball from Carragher. Long enough. Kelly. Well, both sets of players now going through the motions with 10 minutes left. I think Leeds, after 2 grueling games in 2 days, just unable to raise themselves to try and make a fight in this last 10 minutes, and Liverpool coasting towards victory in this competition.
It looks that way, but Leeds scored late on yesterday. If they do it again today, then you never know what happens. But Liverpool do look comfortable at the moment.
Stern challenge on the far side by Alfinger-Haaland, and McAteer rather sportingly is trying to prevent the referee Hubert Byrne from booking Alfinger-Haaland, but to no avail.
It was rather late this, but he got the yellow card anyway.
All cards, whatever colour, count towards the Premiership season. So, one booking down already for Alfinger-Haaland, another 4, and he'll face a suspension. Berger. Dundee. Fine ball by Harkness. Hegem. And Berger. Murphy. Shame for David Thompson, it was a fine strike, but he was caught in an offside position.
Yes, he was offside, but it's good build-up play from Liverpool. And a good ball in from Danny Murphy there. Difficult from that angle, but he was just offside.
It remains 2-0 to Liverpool then. 2 authentic goals and 1 dodgy one.
Yeah, it was a good finish though, wasn't it?
Excellent strike. Granville and Sean Dundee. Good break by him. Has support as well. McAteer. The referee didn't do any favours to Liverpool there, did he? Danny Murphy with a withering look to Hubert Byrne.
I think Danny Murphy was looking for a 1-2.
Almost got it. Danny Murphy came off at half-time yesterday after picking up a slight injury in the game against St Pat's. 7 minutes left then. Leeds now focus their attention after this game on a away game at Stoke on Tuesday before a trip to Germany next weekend, where they'll play Wolfsburg. And then they begin their league campaign on August the 15th with an away game at Middlesbrough.
I think George Graham will be hoping that a few of his players are fit by then.
Eden. Certainly there's a feeling that Harry Kewell and even Clive Vinehard might have recovered from injury to start the new campaign in Leeds United's colours. And McAteer. Thompson. Murphy, McAteer, Hagan now. Is there a third goal here for Liverpool? Berger. It was almost a third goal, wasn't it?
Almost. It's good build-up play from Liverpool again, and Patrick Berger was unlucky not to score there. Good ball wide from McAteer. Hagan pushing on further and further. Good cross. Berger couldn't quite steer it into the back of the net.
And here's Martin Heaton. Forward towards Gary Kelly. Lilly and Hasselbank will provide Leeds with their threat if they can find a route to goal. Not that there is one at the moment. Free kick though to Leeds, which Kelly will take. Fallen and tucked to safety. Radaby. Leeds are caught offside.
The Carlsberg Trophy Tournament Man of the Match, number 10, Liverpool, Michael Owen.
And the crowd now being informed that Michael Owen is the Carlsberg Trophy Man of the Match. Leeds preparing to bring on Bruno Ribeiro, the Portuguese player.
I think Michael Owen would have won that without playing, actually, don't you, Gary?
Easily. Certainly the most popular player award. And before this throw-in can be taken, Ian Hart will be substituted here for Leeds. And number 18, Bruno Ribeiro, will take his place. Ribeiro, who many Leeds fans say is reminiscent of Johnny Giles in style and stature.
Substitution for Leeds, number 18, Bruno Ribeiro, coming in for number 3, Ian Hart.
Thompson. That's a long ball forward by Hopkin. Just trying to sum up this match, Nigel, how do you think the two respective teams today will now look forward to the new season, bearing in mind what we've seen over the last couple of days?
Well, I think both teams will be pleased. I think Liverpool looked a lot tighter as a unit in this match than they did yesterday. Leeds looked a good solid side yesterday, but I think you know, it's just really getting players fit and getting the understanding throughout the team, and I think that's what these games are all about. I think both teams will be happy with their performances.
Bearing in mind that we haven't seen Robbie Fowler or Rob Jones or Jamie Redknapp over the weekend, have Liverpool got a side that can challenge for the championship?
I think they're building a squad which will challenge along with Arsenal, Chelsea and Manchester United. But I'm still at the back, not quite sure. But that will get better, and I think a better understanding will encourage people that Liverpool have got a chance for the championship.
would certainly have a squad capable of challenging for at least one trophy. And remember, both these teams on view today will participate in the UEFA Cup. And Liverpool, the second favourites actually with the bookies to lift the UEFA Cup come the end of the season. Parma are the favourites. Kelly with a cross, Lily's header, and once again, since that defending by Liverpool, deny Leeds a goal.
There's Jamie Carragher again, getting himself in the way of the ball. But I think Leeds are suited for Europe as well. George Graham gets them well organised, they're hard to break down, and that's what you need in Europe, and George knows, obviously, that from his experience at Arsenal.
But on today's performance, you'd have to say that Liverpool have deservedly won this match.
Yes, I think they've definitely deserved to win this match, but I think both sides have got players to come back in, and you know, they've looked a little bit tired in patches, but overall Liverpool were far superior up front.
Dundee, Berger, Patrick Berger, whose goal ignited this Liverpool victory. And Leeds have a late free kick. Radaby once again. There's 2 minutes of stoppage time to be added on to the 90 minutes. I don't think that's going to make a great deal of difference to Leeds United, who will concentrate now on getting the likes of Vinehard and Sharp and Kuehl ready for action. George Graham told me yesterday he couldn't see any major imports to Elland Road prior to the season beginning, but he'll continue his quest to bring a right-sided midfield player to the club. Eden. Eden again. And Leeds, I think, have a free kick.
When you're talking about a right-sided player, he's got David Hopkin there, who when I was at Chelsea played wide on the right. I wonder if he feels maybe he could play him out there.
Kelly with a free kick. Ribeiro. Good block by Hagen. And this is Radaby. And Liverpool have won the Carlsberg Trophy. After a tight first half, Liverpool cut loose, and after a goal by Patrick Berger and 1 minute later by Michael Owen, Liverpool had the game wrapped up and are deserved winners. The final score then is Leeds United 0, Liverpool 2. The presentation coming up after the break.
And now we can hand you straight back to the...
Welcome back to Lansdowne Road. Liverpool are the new Carlsberg Trophy champions and are about to get their prize. So to describe the presentation for us, here's Gary Bloom again.
So the inaugural Carlsberg Trophy goes to Liverpool, rather fittingly too, with Liverpool sponsored by the company. I'm sure they're absolutely delighted that the team from Merseyside claims the first prize. But first, Lucas Radaby, the captain of Leeds United, will pick up the silver medals awarded to the team. Leeds have played well over the 2 days. They fought hard against Lazio yesterday, and today for 45 minutes frustrated Liverpool.
Derek Lilly, Bruno Ribeiro, David Hopkin, Gary Kelly and Danny Granville.
The medals being handed out by the president of the FAI rather, Pat Quigley. There's Pat Quigley, assisted by Brian Keating, the brand manager for Carlsberg.
Led by their captain Paul Ince. Today's champions, will you welcome Liverpool Football Club.
So Paul Ince steps forward to get his hands on the bronze trophy, which was made in Ireland, and will cross the Irish Sea back to Liverpool as Brian Keating hands over the trophy to Paul Ince. And Liverpool hope it's not the last piece of silverware or trophy they get their hands on come the next 9 months. Michael Owen is named as man of the match. I think it's fair to say Liverpool probably the outstanding team of the tournament, Nigel.
Yes, I think they looked a lot better today against Leeds. Yesterday they looked a bit shaky at the back, but overall they deserve this trophy and looked the best side of the four.
So the two goal scorers collect their gold medals together, and Liverpool now can begin to plan for Tuesday's match against Inter. Remember, that game you can see live here on Channel 5.
1998. Can we have a great round of applause for Liverpool?
Liverpool, such a popular team here in Dublin. They have so many supporters, and it's all smiles for Michael Owen and his pals. So Liverpool, the Carlsberg Trophy winners for 1998.